it, it's this. The end is better than the beginning. If you'll be mine, it's bliss. It's no longer having to say I tell you the truth and not a lie, because only truth exists. And if you want for sure, have no doubt about it, it's this. The end is better than the beginning. If you'll be mine, it's bliss. It's no longer having to say I tell you the truth and not a lie, because only truth exists. And if you want for sure, have no doubt about it, it's this. The end is better than the beginning. If you'll be mine, it's bliss. A celebration, its elevation is deep. It's waking up and knowing the reason that I'm no longer asleep. A sense of purpose, you ever felt that? You know what I mean. It's focused on truth while too many plot and scheme. It's I could holler, but I'd rather find a reason to sing. It's harlots all around, but I'm focused on the queen. It's wondering why you're here and finally figuring out that thing. It's realizing I'm more precious than gold, silver, and bling. It's in their eyes, demons rage, but in me they have not a thing. No threshold, no place to pass. It's denying myself so that I myself I surpass. It's dropping my mortal self and pressing the gas so that I vaporize and take flight. Then look back and ask now, who will they indict? It's realizing what's at the peak and dying to reach the height. It's morning stars in my eyes, oh what a beautiful sight. The magnitude of wisdom, the true beauty of darkness and light. It's they demoralized but El Elyon and I am despite. It's they taught wrong but nonetheless I learned it right. It's being the victim first and then the victor in the fight. It's losing on purpose just to give them a chance to get it right. Because I am immortal and they like leaves, the dust must die. It's claiming myself truthfully, I am that I am, I and I. It's returning to the truth before the lie. It's you holding on to the name and no one else should die. It's no longer having to say I tell you the truth and not a lie, because only my truth exists. And if you want for sure, have no doubt about it, it's this. The end is better than the beginning. If you'll be mine, it's bliss. It's in their eyes, demons rage, but in me they have not a thing. No threshold, no place to pass. Deny myself so that myself I surpass. It's dropping my mortal self and pressing the gas so that I vaporize and take flight. Then look back and ask, now who will they indict? It's realizing what's at the peak and dying to reach the height. It's morning stars in my eyes, oh what a beautiful sight. The magnitude of wisdom, the true beauty of darkness and light. It's they demoralized but El Elyon and I am despite. It's they taught wrong but nonetheless I learned it right. It's being the victim first and then the victor in the fight. No longer having to say I tell you the truth and not a lie, because only my truth exists. As they say, only the strong survive, but only the just will in fact persist. They grappling against, but in the end my spirit they can't resist. A sword of true fire discerns the nature, so when chaff goes to the wind then it's bliss. Sorry but I cremate you. It's I've been waiting so long to give you this, and now my beloved enter into my rest. Who will enter in is focused like a laser, so to be sure that you won't miss. Just don't be distracted by the temporal when I'm talking eternal bliss. It's an offer you shouldn't refuse, so wisdom is to say yes. It's invitation to the bride, be sure to make note of the time and address. Say yes. It's returning to the truth before the lie. It's you holding on to the name and no one else should die.